Have you ever been told that your goals are just too big? That maybe you should stop living in a fantasy world, lower your expectations, and come back down to reality? It hurts, doesn't it? When the people around you look at your biggest passion and tell you it is just a completely unrealistic waste of time. But what if I told you that the only difference between a crazy idea and a massive success is simply your decision to keep going? Today, I want to share a story with you that proves exactly why you should never give up on your dreams, no matter who doubts you. There was a teenage boy named Leo who lived in a very crowded, noisy neighborhood. Leo's family did not have much money, and the school he attended was underfunded, old, and lacked basic resources. But Leo had a brilliant mind and a deep love for building things. While other kids were playing video games, Leo was taking apart broken toasters, old radios, and discarded fans just to see how they worked. His ultimate dream was to become a mechanical engineer and build machines that could help change the world. One day, Leo saw a flyer on the school bulletin board. It was an announcement for a statewide engineering competition. The challenge was to build a fully functioning, rideable, solar-powered vehicle. The grand prize was a full college scholarship to a top engineering university. For Leo, this was his golden ticket. This was his way out. He spent 3 sleepless nights drawing up the blueprints. He figured out exactly what materials he needed, how the solar panels would connect to the motor, and how to keep the vehicle light enough to be fast. Full of excitement, he took his perfectly drawn blueprints to his school principal, Mr. Harrison, hoping the school would sponsor his entry fee and maybe provide a small space for him to work. Mr. Harrison was a very strict, practical man. He looked at the blueprints, sighed, and pushed them back across the desk. He looked at Leo and said, "Leo, I appreciate your enthusiasm, but you need to be realistic. Kids from our district don't win state competitions against wealthy private schools. Those kids have professional tools, expensive parts, and expert mentors. You have scrap paper. Building solar cars is a rich kid's game." Leo left the office feeling completely crushed. The words echoed in his head. Maybe the principal was right. Maybe he was just a kid with no money and foolish ideas. For a few days, Leo put his blueprints in a drawer and tried to forget about them. But the fire inside him simply wouldn't go out. He realized that learning how to achieve the impossible is not about having the most money or the best tools. It is about having the most heart. Leo made a decision. He didn't need the school's money, and he didn't need Mr. Harrison's permission. He was going to build that car himself. Every single day after school, Leo went to the local junkyard. He made a deal with the owner to sweep the lot in exchange for old bicycle frames, discarded wires, and broken golf cart motors. He found some cracked secondhand solar panels online and bought them using the small amount of money he had saved up from delivering newspapers. His garage became his sanctuary. It wasn't easy. He burned his fingers soldering wires. He failed multiple times trying to get the motor to connect properly to the wheels. The kids in his neighborhood laughed at him, calling his invention a rolling trash can. But Leo ignored the noise. He worked late into the night, guided by nothing but a single desk lamp and his own determination. Months passed, and the day of the competition finally arrived. The starting line was filled with sleek, shiny, professionally painted solar cars from elite schools. And then there was Leo, standing next to a vehicle made from welded bicycle parts, mismatched tires, and taped-together solar panels. People pointed and whispered. Even Mr. Harrison, who was there attending as a district supervisor, shook his head when he saw Leo lining up. The whistle blew and the race began. It was a 10-mile track under the hot, beating sun. Almost immediately, the expensive cars took the lead. Leo's car started slow, but as the sun reached its peak, his carefully angled second-hand panels soaked up the energy perfectly. Slowly but steadily, he began passing the other cars. Suddenly, at mile 7, disaster struck. Leo hit a massive bump and a vital wire connecting his battery to the motor. His car rolled to a painful stop. The elite schools zoomed past him. The crowd groaned. It looked like Mr. Harrison was right. It was over. But Leo didn't cry. He didn't panic. He knew this machine inside and out because he had built every single inch of it with his own 2 hands. He jumped out, ripped off the side panel, grabbed a roll of electrical tape he kept in his pocket, and reconnected the hot wires using his bare hands. It took him 2 minutes. He jumped back in, hit the pedal, and the motor roared to life. With 3 miles left, Leo drove like a boy who had nothing to lose. His lightweight junkyard frame was actually an advantage. He caught up to the pack, weaving through the shiny cars, his motor humming perfectly. In the final stretch, it was just Leo and a sleek black car from a private academy. They were neck and neck, but Leo's brilliant gear design gave him the edge he needed. He crossed the finish line half a second before the other car. The crowd went completely silent and then erupted into wild cheers. The kid with the junk car had actually won. As Leo stood by his car holding his first-place trophy, Mr. Harrison slowly walked out of the crowd. The principal looked at the taped wires, the welded bicycle parts, and then looked at Leo's greasy, blistered hands. "Leo," Mr. Harrison said softly, "I told you to be realistic. I told you that you couldn't do this. I wanted to protect you from failing. But today, you taught me the greatest lesson of my life. You proved that passion and grit are worth more than all the money in the world. I am so deeply sorry for doubting you." Leo just smiled. He didn't hold any anger. He knew that sometimes people project their own limitations onto you, and it is your job to show them what is actually possible. You see, building a great life is a lot like building that car. If you want a real success story, you have to be willing to put in the hard work when nobody is clapping for you. It requires a major mindset shift to ignore the negativity around you. Every single day you will face challenges, but if you treat every failure as a chance for personal growth, you will eventually figure out how to overcome obstacles. Remember, the world is full of life lessons, and the most important one is to always believe in yourself. Let your passion be your daily inspiration and never stop pushing forward until you finally achieve your goals. If Leo's story sparked a little bit of fire in your heart today, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I share stories just like this one to help keep you moving forward. Thank you so much for listening. And remember, keep building your dream.